What's going on YouTube? It's Chris here with Everyday Sports Fan, and we're going to be starting another new series here today. It's called Devil's Advocate. What this series is going to be about is I'm going to pick some popular sports topics, and I'm going to discuss the other side that you're not hearing. Because in the world and in life, there are always two opinions, more likely more, but there's one major opinion that always gets more attention, and that's usually because that opinion has more supporters with people with money and power. And then there's that other little voice that doesn't really get heard as much. And I'm going to be covering the other voice. Except probably this very first one, because we're going to be talking about the University of Texas and their booster problem. So money and power might not be an issue for this one. Alright, so let's get into the University of Texas's problem. For those of you that watched College Game Day and watched it last week, you might have caught Kirk Herbstreit's not so nice things he had to say about the University of Texas, and respectively the coaching position tied to the university. So, two little things to say before we get started. One, I've never been to Texas. I like the state of Texas. But if you're going to get on your little Lone Star rant about how I'm not Texas so I don't understand it, save the keyboard strength. I'll admit to it right now. I've never been to Texas. Don't understand Texas. My job is to try to understand the best from, the 49 other states that aren't Texas. The second thing is, so, obviously I can't show you Kirk Herbstreit's speech because of copyright stuff. So there's a link down below, or possibly on the screen somewhere. So click here. I'll just make it here. Click here if I'm able to. If not, ignore that completely. But I listened to it 20 times and wrote down everything he said, pretty much word for word. But I'll describe that to be an honest journalist. Anyways, I'm going to read to you, so sorry for me looking down a bit, exactly what Herbstreit had to say. He was asked by Reese Davis on the point of, what do you think about Charlie Strong's job security, pretty much? And if he gets some wins going, is his job safe? In which Kirk Herbstreit responded, if you are Charlie Strong, you have to have peace of mind. If they ask you to leave, you are going to be released, and you're going to be paid well. And when I say released, I mean released from the cesspool that is Austin, Texas, and the attitude around being the head coach of Texas. You chased away Mac Brown after 9 seasons of double-digit wins, and you're going to chase away Charlie Strong, and you're going to chase away whoever the next guy is. Who would want the job at Texas? Dealing with the boosters, the presidents, and the ADs. The insensitive attitudes to quickly react on chat rooms and on talk shows. So that's what Herbstreit had to say. To you, Mr. Herbstreit, who wouldn't want the job at Texas? For starters, just get that big elephant, or in this case Longhorn, out of the room. They have 4 national championships. Reason enough? I think so. Who can't be a successful coach? Or at least at the recruiting standpoint. If you have 4 national championships to lay as your pillows at night, when you go on recruiting trips to these players' homes, you wake up thinking national championship. You walk into that kid's room and you go, we're going to win a 5th national championship because I like my pillow a little bit more, firm. And 4's is a little soft for me. We need to get that 5th, the 6th, and 7th. Because if you're a great coach, how do you win? Every coach can draw up plays. Doesn't a lot of it come down to recruiting? I know there's more aspects in it. But if you're already a great coach, you have those aspects down. Only great coaches are going to get looked at by the University of Texas. They're not hiring the defensive backs coach at Missouri Valley State. I mean, no offense to them, but their head coaches are very, very, very powerful and influential coordinators currently in the NFL and NCAA ranks in the FBS level. They're not getting Joe Smo coaching down at Tyler, Texas, all right? It's going to be a big-name guy that can coach. And when you're that big, doesn't it come down to you to the recruits you can attract? 4 national championships. 2 Heisman winners, one of which was only a decade ago. You have 43 first-round draft picks. You have 317 Longhorns that have been drafted. And you have, as of August, 30-plus players currently on an NFL roster. Say the average lifespan of an NFL player is around 2.5 years now. Do the math there. How many players in the bad Mac Brown years have already made it to the NFL? Throw that at our crew. Even when we're bad, we have 30-plus players playing in the NFL right now, son. We probably have a wall that can show you every single one of it in the football facility. Speaking of football facilities. Oh my. Can you imagine? Have you looked on YouTube at Texas football facility walkthroughs? You've probably seen Oregon's. That, but Texas. And Oregon only has Phil Knight funneling money into that. Texas has got every Bush cousin and nephew, whatever. I don't even know if the Bushes went to Texas, but oil money. They got oil money. Every time you drive your car, Texas can buy a new bench press. All right? So money's not an issue at Texas. If someone builds something bigger, nicer, Texas can easily match it. But yeah, these people aren't dumb. If you're not winning, they're not just going to pump money into you. You got to win to get it. I mean, look, they're the third most winning school all time in college football. Second most appearances in a bowl game. I mean, yeah, they expect to win. There's only 2 teams that should expect to win more. So, you see my drift here? If you're a great coach, why wouldn't you want the job at Texas? They'll give you every single thing that you think you need to dominate in college football and get the 5-star recruits and be a top recruiting class year in and year out, which they already are. It's there for you. It's there for the taking. Yeah, you've got to deal with boosters and presidents and fans getting on the talk shows. But to that, I ask anybody, have you ever watched an SEC game? Have you watched Paul Feinbaum's show? All that is fans from Alabama and Auburn and just yapping at each other. Any big school is going to have people in your ear. People that aren't happy. People that have something to nitpick and think they can do it better. It's... I hate to do back-to-back Saban and some back-to-back videos, but, I mean, you look at the University of Alabama. Similar issue. They hired Mike Price, and the program kind of just kaputzed in the 2000s, alright? Same kind of thing. They expected to win. They had the Bear Bryant, alright? They were winners. They're not losers, alright? But who would want to go there? Because the fans all think that. The boosters all think that. The presidents, the ADs all thought that. Well, Nick Saban wanted to go there. The story's there to be said after that. I mean, look at the success Saban's had. What crazy coach would want to step foot at Tuscaloosa in that dumpster fire that was happening? You win, everything's peachy. I mean, I know Saban has his detractors and people that aren't happy with Saban. But for the most part, 99.99% of Alabama fans are very content with Saban, and that's what Texas wants. Because Texas is in Alabama. They have one of the most recognizable sports logos in the world. Not just football, not just college football, not just the United States, in the world. The Longhorn is really recognizable. And then if you're Texas, there's not that many big cities in Texas. I know the East Coast kind of just works as one big city. So, I mean, technically Texas has a ton of big cities with Houston and Dallas and San Antonio. And I know I just left off probably everybody else. But you're working with your alumni. Alright? You used to beat down the Texas A&M Aggies on Thanksgiving every year. Then they up and leave. And they go to the SEC. And their continual perennial contenders in the SEC. Baylor, and somehow who's been a doormat in the Big 12 for years, is competing. And you're sitting there as Texas like, how are we losing to Baylor? Oh, and then it gets worse. There used to be a school that started out in the WAC and then got this little move up to the Mountain West Conference. And then you're sitting here and Gary Patterson has this Texas Christian University school who hadn't been good since the 30s, who apparently can spank us now in Austin. So yeah, if you're a booster or an AD, you're going, what the hell? Have you seen their facilities? Have you seen what they have? Baylor had to build a new stadium to stand up to where we're at, and they were still beating us. That's how they got the whole new stadium. We'll build you the new stadium. Just win for us. You see all these other schools, Houston now, having all the success in the state of Texas, arguably the most football-rich state. And here we are, 500, couple games above, going to the Alamo Bowl, not even going to lead the state of Texas. If we're not leaving the state of Texas, we want to be in the Cotton Bowl. Not the Alamo Bowl or the El Paso Sun Bowl. Texas just wants to get back to the way it was, all right? And I think anyone that's had something great and then lost that understands that frustration. So Kirk Herbstreit, it's not like Ohio State was an easy job for for people to take, but you found an Urban Meyer, and that's what Texas wants. They want the Urban Meyer. They want their Nick Saban to come in and take a program that has a lot of pressure because it's a top program in the nation, and they want a coach that can handle that, take the tools that are just thrown at them to use, and build them a national champion. Is that so much to ask? I don't think it is. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you guys liked this video. Leave me a like if you did, or actually just leave me 2 likes if you like college football. Because what a great season we're having so far. Also, make sure you leave a comment down below. I want to know, what do you guys think Charlie Brown's, Charlie Brown, have I been saying that the whole time? If so, I meant Charlie Strong. What do you think his future is at the University of Texas? Is it better than Charlie Brown's was? Probably. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. I've really had a lot of fun getting this channel going, so please leave a subscribe and tell all your friends about this awesome new channel that has some guy staring into a camera and yammering on about so far just college sports. I do want to remind everybody, this is called Devil's Advocate. It doesn't mean everything I said I agree with, but I feel like I conquered most of the points that most of the people that do think that would say. And I want to bring it to your attention. Anyways, thank you for watching, and stay tuned. Until next time, hook 'em horns.